所以我觉得
This is Scientific American's 60-Second Science. Christopher Nagata. When paleoanthropologists eat lunch with biomechanists, well, let's just say the small talk can get pretty technical.
Some of us would have cooked potatoes, and other people would bring raw salads, and they would just spend longer time chewing their food than us. And this got us thinking about not just the temporal amount of time that it takes to get through your food, but are they expending more energy than us who are eating cooked food?
Adam Van Kasteren of the University of Manchester says, luckily, there's a machine to measure that. It's a clear chamber you slip over your head, looks like an astronaut helmet, and it measures the oxygen you breathe in versus the carbon dioxide you breathe out. That's a proxy for how much energy you're burning. Van Kasteren and his colleagues got 21 volunteers to sit in that apparatus for 45 minutes, just to baseline on metabolism. Then they gave them flavorless gum to chew on for 15 minutes at a time.
If you ever have to chew something for 15 minutes, it's much longer than you think. Sometimes you have to remind people, keep chewing.
And boring is the key point here. I mean, it's like if you've ever chewed gum way too long and it's lost its flavor and it's just this thing, that's what the participants were chewing.
Co-author Amanda Henry of Leiden University in the Netherlands explains that rather than cooked potatoes and raw salads, they needed something with no taste or smell, because anything appetizing would set off a chain of digestive reactions. Saliva and digestive juices would start flowing, and that activity would swamp the metabolic measurements related to chewing. And those measurements were significant. Turns out chewing a soft gum boosted the volunteers' metabolic rates by 10% above baseline. A stiffer gum revved up metabolic rate by 15%.
Such a large difference on such a small change in mechanical properties in the chewing substrate was what really opened my eyes and made my jaw drop a little bit, no pun intended there.
Van Kasteren says energy expenditure might go up even more for tougher food items, like carrots, nuts, and seeds. The results are in the journal Science Advances. Now, before you ditch your workout routine, keep in mind that chewing the gums fired up metabolism about the same way standing at a computer would, or reading a book.
It's not going to the gym and lifting weights, right? You're not building up giant muscles with chewing, but it's still a process that can consume a lot of your energy expenses during the day.
And while humans may not spend a lot of time chewing, especially considering the cooked and processed foods we eat, I mean, how long does it really take to chew a chicken nugget? The same is not true of our primate cousins. Orangutans and gorillas spend up to 6.5 hours a day chewing. And it's possible our human ancestors did too.
That's something that natural selection can work on, right? It can change tooth morphology or muscle architecture in the feeding system to increase the energy again. That may give you a competitive advantage over your neighbor who's rubbish at chewing or something like that. So
researchers say the work could give scientists a new evolutionary lens through which to interpret fossil remains, especially the body parts most commonly left behind, the teeth and the jaws. Thanks for listening. For Scientific American's 60-Second Science.
OK， 他这篇在讲说，他把一堆人抓去做实验，然后就是咬，他有说一组是咬口香糖，一组是咬一些比较硬的东西，还有其他东西，对。然后有说到说，咬口香糖，就反正就咬东西，它会消耗你的能量，就像是你消耗的能量就跟你在看书或者是坐在电脑前面打电脑一样多。然后还有不同的东西也会消耗不同的能量，对。然后我就觉得这是一个蛮废的实验，蛮好笑的。
这边主要是在说他们在关于在咬的情况跟能量的差别啊，然后他们好像还有用说，除了gum以外，还有用那个 potato，they use the potato to try to chew and they're separate to the salad potato 跟单纯的马铃薯，然后来测他们关于的能量。